then Carolina could just put a lid on this coverage, force checkdowns, and they did a great job on back-to-back plays, tackling in space.
Evans to punt it, coming after it and blocking it. Carolina's blocked a punt. Isaiah Simmons. And with 4:12 left, the Panthers have the ball at the LA 30.
Special teams has been an issue in Los Angeles the entire season. They made a coordinator change. Chase Blackburn was let go early in the season, and nothing's really changed. The special teams just continue to have blunders, and this time it's Isaiah Simmons coming up with the play of his life.
5 losses this year. 3 of them multiple turnovers were the biggest reason. 2 of them big special teams play. Punt return touchdown against Seattle. Rashid Shaheed turned that game. Blocked field goal against Philadelphia. And another special teams blunder has them in a tough spot here. They lead by 3. Wow, faking a toss. McMillan inside the 15. How about that nifty whip play for 16 yards?
Yeah, it's the exact same play we saw in the first half. 9 guys are running the ball. 2 guys have a tag alert pass, and see Bryce Young, he points at Teteroa McMillan and says, nice job there, buddy. The second 48 Spates, the second he pulls the trigger and run, it's kind of a version of an RPO, and his ability to get that ball out so fast is what prevents that from getting any illegal man downfield. Very different than the college game. The offensive line's only given 1 yard.
3:35 to go. 3 timeouts both sides. Chuba Hubbard over the right side of the line. Keeps on churning. Chuba Hubbard fights his way for 7. He was hit near the line of scrimmage, and he still got 7.
And if Carolina is able to convert 1 more first down here, Sean McVay probably going to want to start electing to use his timeouts on defense. As far as timeout usage, really what they tend to do is you want to use them on defense. You're always better off as an offense in any sort of 2-minute situations, having more time with less timeouts than less time with more. So, got to imagine here, they pick up this first down, Sean McVay will start using them.
2nd and 3, under 3, a bootleg. Hit at the line and incomplete. Nate Landman blitzing from his linebacker spot as Young tried to find the rookie tight end Mitchell Evans. 3rd and 3.
Nice job there by Landman. I'm not sure, even if he doesn't deflect it, I think the only positive for the Panthers would have been if they complete that pass. Quentin Lake was right there, but at the very least, the clock is running, or you force McVay to take a timeout. So that ball falling incomplete is a huge break for the Rams.
And you start to wonder, are they going to, they don't get this kick to tie it, or would they consider going for it? As aggressive as Canales is. Blitz comes. Young, corner of the end zone. Coker, a dime, a touchdown, a Panther lead.
Jalen Coker is having a coming out party at home wild card weekend. Bryce Young takes a look out, 1-on-1 in the slot against the safety Cam Curl, and there was no doubt when Bryce Young caught that ball where he was going.
You cannot walk it over there and hand it to him any better than he just threw it to the corner of the end zone for Coker.
It's a huge kick right here.
And it's right there from the rookie. Jalen Coker, career high, 9 catches for 134 yards here in his first playoff game. And Bryce Young in his first playoff game, 264 yards and that touchdown. It was set up by the block punt. First one that the Panthers have blocked in more than a year. First one they've ever blocked in the playoffs. Isaiah Simmons with the block punt. And then Jalen Coker the go-ahead touchdown with 2:39 left to play. Unbelievable.
Incredible. I mean, you've said it multiple times. The way this game started, the early 4th down failure on the opening possession by the Panthers, The Rams jump up to a 14-point lead, and then they have the ball before the first half. Closed 17-7, 4th and short. They elect to go for it, and from that point forward, this game has completely flipped upside down.
Special teams has played a hand in a lot of the losses for the Rams this year. They were a play or two away in those 5 losses from being 17-0. 17 points, those 5 losses. And special teams typically have had a hand when it's gone the wrong way for them. And in a season with a wide open playoff field, a lot of people feel that this is the team to beat. Rams seeing that wide open playoff field, but saying, oh no, it can't end here like this. 2:39, down 4. Rivers on the return. And so Stafford and the Rams will have it at the 29-yard line. They'll get ready for the 2026 NFL Pro Bowl games, powered by Verizon. Watch the league's top stars face off in an NFC flag football showdown. Catch the action on ESPN Disney XD, Tuesday, February 3rd at 8 o'clock Eastern. Best season of his career in his 17th year, Matthew Stafford. Into the playoffs, he's looked mortal today. That'll all be forgotten if he can lead yet another game-winning drive. Nakua to the 36. Ball got hit at the line of scrimmage by Robinson, but Nakua is able to grab it. 9th catch of the day for Puka.
Now, key now for the Rams. You want to get as many offensive snaps before that 2-minute warning.
Adams this time settles in the zone with a first down to the 46. Clock will wind down to the 2-minute warning. And on the other side, they'll have all 3 timeouts. Set the Rams. They lead 31-27. 2 minutes left. Adams, soft coverage. Rams take advantage. He gets 6 yards. Smith waved the tackle. Minute 50. All 3 timeouts. 2nd and 4.
Yeah, so worth noting with J.C. Horn still in the blue medical tent, they've taken Mike Jackson, and they're playing him where J.C. Horn usually plays, the short side of the field. He's up there at the top.
Nakua, middle of the defense to the 30. 18 yards for Puka Nakua on his 10th catch of the day.
Yeah, Stafford just continues to get all of his production in between the numbers, and Pedro Avero, the defensive coordinator, he's got to come up with something to cloud some of those windows, make Stafford throw the ball outside the numbers.
A minute 10. 1st and 10. Middle again, but it's dropped by Adams.
Yeah, time at this point is not a real significant factor. The Rams have 3 timeouts. They can throw the ball anywhere they want on the field. So until the Carolina Panthers defense shows that they can defend that middle third, I don't think Stafford's going to look anywhere else. Got all 3 receivers at the top of the screen trying to undress this coverage.
It's over there where Evans is in for Horn.
It's Trayvon Merrick. They've used him as an extra rusher a lot today.
Zips it through there. And it's a first down and the first catch of the day for the rookie Kanate Mumfield. 10 catches all year. His first catch is a first down. 50 seconds left. Rams down 4. 1st and 10 from the 19. Stafford going towards the end zone. Parkinson! What a catch! And a touchdown! Colby Parkinson! The Rams are back in front with 38 seconds.
Wow! You just can't ask a tight end to make a better catch than this. High, outside, left foot, right foot. He is in. Tell you what, Colby Parkinson, they paid him a lot of money. Originally drafted in Seattle. My last year in Seattle, he was one of our young tight ends, and I think everyone thought he was going to be good, but he has taken on a huge role in this Rams offense down the stretch, and this place is dead quiet.
5 touchdowns his first 5 years in the league. That's his 9th this year. Extra point, trying to make it a 3-point game, and Harrison Mevis does. So 34-31, 38 seconds left, and 3 timeouts for Carolina.
See, he's just going to run a wheel route. He's one-on-one with Trayvon Merrick. Just out and up. He does a great job. Merrick's trying to push him to the sideline. They teach those guys, just try to be physical and run that body into the white chalk. And tell you what, I don't think Stafford's finger bothered him a lot there. He couldn't have walked that ball out and put it in a better spot. And then Parkinson's big frame, hands catcher, and made the play of his career.
Well, you're talking about them going to more of the 3 tight end sets in the second half. A lot of that was to pave the way for the run. Get rewarded right here with the pass. And Colby Parkinson, in his 2nd season with the Rams, the biggest catch that he's ever had. His first career playoff game. Caps off a 7-play drive, this 19-yard touchdown, and Matthew Stafford in L.A. back in front, 38 seconds left. Dowdle goes back there to return. Dowdle and Etienne, Evans to kick.
Now, this new kickoff rule, you get a decent return, you got all 3 timeouts. This game is far from over.
And again, you got to get it to the 20-yard line. If you don't get it to the 20-yard line, it comes out to the 40.
It'd be interesting. How big of a risk do they decide to take? They kick one of those dirty kicks they've been doing all year.
Perfectly done by Evans. Forces the return from Trevor Etienne. Etienne trying to get around the corner to the 28-yard line. 32 seconds. And Bryce Young and these Panthers with one last breath. He's played a great game. His first playoff game. He's got him in the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. 264 yards, a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown. And out of the 14 games that he's won in his 3 years in the NFL, 12 of those have included a 4th quarter or overtime game-winning drive. Field goal would tie it. Ryan Fitzgerald has been a clutch kicker. Need to get to about the 40 to get to his range. 32 seconds. Young looks to throw. Pressured by Byron Young. Steps away. Heaves it into coverage and incomplete. Closest man there was Cam Curl. Verse and Young both applying the pressure. 25 seconds.
Yeah, so biggest thing here for Bryce Young, you can't take a sack. So you have all 3 timeouts. You can throw the ball anywhere on the field. Just get this ball out of your hand. Take completions. They need about 32 yards to get into field goal range. So they don't need to go crazy trying to get big chunks at a time. They can still stop the clock 3 times. Look at the middle of the field. A lot of space in there.
Young avoids the rush. Bryce Young throws incomplete. 8 seconds run off of the clock there, and they get nothing accomplished. Down to 17 seconds. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, certainly not an ideal first 2 plays. They've burned, give or take, 50% of the seconds they've had remaining, and just want to get early completions. I think they're just trying to get the ball so far downfield, and right now, this pass rush of the Rams, they're just pinning their ears back and coming right after them. See how they're putting 5 guys up here? Now, whether Landman drops or not, it's just stressing the protection.
They get there again, lofted up, incomplete, and it's 4th and 10. It's that pass rush that you identified that has made the Rams so good defensively, and they're trying to finish the job right here.
Yeah, it's just, there's just 5 one-on-ones, and remember, the left tackle, Ike Ekwonu, he went down early to injury, and Yosh Nijman, he's been in there battling, played pretty well at left tackle in his reserve spot, but I think obviously the entire season now comes down to this, and the Rams have a lot of guys up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout here.
Los Angeles takes its first timeout of the half, 30 seconds.
12 seconds left to go. 3 incompletions to open this drive for Dave Canales and the Panthers, and so they got to get 10 yards just to keep their hopes alive. They still have those 3 timeouts. They can stop the clock, then kind of reset where they're at.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, you just obviously Nothing matters if you don't convert the first down. So, in that last look, the Rams dialed up Chris Shula, the young defensive coordinator. He had all up 7-man pressure, showing what they call like a cover 0 look. So 7 guys at the line, 4 defensive backs back there. So we'll see coming out of the timeout, does he change that picture, or is his answer pressure Bryce Young, get the ball out of his hand before he has a chance to push this ball downfield? This is the season right here.
4th down and 10.
All right, so he changes up his look. He's got a 3-man overload side.
The overload in that backup left tackle you're talking about. Last chance. Young. It's dropped, and it's over. Jimmy Horn drops it, and the Rams survive.
He had it. He found the matchup. He's open. Jimmy Horn just needs to go to the ground. Just go to the ground, secure the catch. You're well past the first down marker, and he just tries to catch that low pass by his knee and maintain his feet. And I'll tell you what, that was a valiant effort by this Panthers squad. They made about as many plays as they could have expected, and they just came up one play short.
And Matthew Stafford was there again when it mattered most. 4th playoff game-winning drive, 54th total in his career. This is the ultimate survive and advance as the Rams get tested by the 10-point underdog. They beat him back in November. Beat him by 3 in November. They return the favor here in the playoffs. Matthew Stafford and the Rams are moving on. What a ball game. Sean McVay told us he thought this team was ready for a playoff run because they'd been tested, because they'd suffered so many close losses. Learn from those, he had hoped. And tested down the stretch. And that blocked punt. You had Nakua have to play DB in the end zone just to get you a drive extended. And they come out on top 34-31. Pretty good way to start these playoffs, huh?
Man, this is so good. How lucky are we that we get to do this every weekend? Man, what a great season. Working with you and Pam and this entire team, man. This is a great way to end the year.
Let's go down to the field. Here's Pam.
Well, Matthew, what a game. Looked like that Cinderella story was about to unfold, but you had other ideas. How did you guys pull this out?
Yeah, total team effort. Obviously had some mistakes along the way. I turned it over. We had a punt blocked. Didn't score before the half, and we probably should have. So, a lot to clean up, but found a way to win it late. I believe in my teammates. I know they believe in me. We scored down there. Defense looked at me and said, we got you, and they were right. So that was sweet.
Congratulations about moving on.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Pam.
Okay.